So amidst the food and family gatherings, there's one more football game to be played, and we're away on Thanksgiving night. On the return, it's Jalen Reagor. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Thrown right away, Tagovailoa. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Ready.
You're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. This one falls incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So that brings up 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Kwity Paye there to take him down. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life.
Ready.
He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. So that brings up 4th and long.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. No return on that punt. And the Colts will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack. Go.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He's got room to roll here. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40.
Go!
Richardson now on 1st and 10. He's got Pierce. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Ready up.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Colts get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
What a hit, and the ball's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they've got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. A lot of grass ahead. A 50. 30. A 10. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Working quickly here.
32 stinger. Turbo 3, kick. Solo left Zion.
Blitz coming to him. Andrews with the catch. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
H.N., a 1st down carry. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Get set.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Get set. Go ahead.
Another carry for Robinson. And they had that one contained right at the line. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Yeah, hit it.
Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Able to find Achane. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball. Get it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
They kick the running back in motion. First down, tackled by Lowe to throw. He's got Andrews. It's inside the 10. They'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. On the shotgun, it's Richardson. This is reeled in by Pittman. Hits the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts need only one to take the lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Okay, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Gain out to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10.
Ready, shot.
They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Hey, 21, T8.
From the 36. Taking a deep shot here. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's It's Richardson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Let's go.
Richardson back to throw. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Richardson on third. He's caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
That'll be the end of one here in our Thanksgiving night game. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with third and 5.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr., and that leaves them with fourth and 5. The Colts ready for the punt. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Ready.
Chain on the inside give. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming to broadcasting, my old buddies that are getting up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love, giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be second and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that first down marker.
Go ahead. Ready,
from the 44 here on second down. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. He'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know what? It's a good play. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks. Sometimes you've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the Job done.
Robinson will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line. And the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
I'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal.
Right.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
20, TX.
Keep him guessing offense. First down, fellas.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa has it in close. Touchdown, Miami. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To throw, Richardson. And that one is picked off. But wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Richardson to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They give to Taylor, right side. And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling our running backs, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Third and long for him here. Forced out to his right. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. They're down to their final one in this half. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
6 on the board, fellas!
Hey, get set.
Running with A-Chain out of the gun. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
Here we go. Shake him up! Come on, you can do it! Keep it going, Mo!
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Play here, take it to him!
Running back, motioning right. From the 26 on 2nd down. On target to Waddle. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. Two now from the gun. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Gets everything he has under this throw. They connect on the deep shot. They'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get to 8 points and the lead. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
To the right, reeled in by Downs. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Richardson now on 1st and 10. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now throw again, Richardson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. James
game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series.
Big game downfield. They'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that separation can create the big play down the field.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
On target to down. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down throw here from Richardson. It's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He sends this one to the end zone. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life. 3rd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Turnover in the final moments of the half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this.
Pick it up. I want my money back. What do y'all do?
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first down, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. And I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, great tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. From the gun, Taylor. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 16. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Return to Taylor on 3rd down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. There's a pause now. Somebody hurt on that play, and this is one to keep an eye on. It's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll get him back to 11.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey.
Motioning him from the slot right. First down, here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
I want to see your TD celebration dance.
Ready?
Tua off the play fake. Buying some time right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now, Richardson. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera play. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10 now. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Go!
Richardson back to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's a chain up the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to it. Has another lead. Down the sideline into the red zone. Punches it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins lead by 15 now. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Richardson now. He's on the move. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That's complete to Pittman. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll run here following the penalty. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. 1 quarter left until we see who wins this game. And in honor of Coach, enjoy some turducken this fine Thanksgiving night. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Here we go.
To throw, Richardson. Here's a loft deep down the middle. And they pick him off again. Picked up by the rookie out of Colorado.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
They run the counter to Achane. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Yeah, ready.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. Offense in the hurry up here.
Turbo 1.
Going on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Got his target. It's Hill. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Ready.
he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They've got first down from the 31.
Ready.
It's coming to him. Completes this one to Hill. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
All right, come on. Get on.
It's taken in by Washington. And this one doesn't go far. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Ready.
Tua now from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. So the Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit for a try here. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
I feel so bad, I really do, and I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
2nd and 8. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I mean, you could see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now throw again, Richardson. Gets himself free. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. On target to Downs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Trying to push it deep downfield. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Finds his man down. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the Dolphins got it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. So the defense scores, and now their offense coming out for 2 more.
Go!
He's throwing for it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A-Chain running to the right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. A-Chain again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.